Could anything match the thrilling conclusion to last year's New York State Golf Association Men's Amateur Championship? Playing in the final group were the leaders, 18-year-old Victor Fox and 25-year-old Matt Stasiak. Fox had a two-shot lead with just the 18th to play, but then struggled and needed this downhill chip to fall for par.
Get in!
Quick win. Oh!
When it rolled 5 feet by and Stasiak made this 6-footer for birdie, Fox needed this putt for a bogey and to send the championship to sudden death. When he missed, the 3-shot turnaround on the final hole earned Matt Stasiak the title of the 2013 New York State Golf Association Men's Amateur Champion. And what a difference a year makes. Matt Stasiak didn't defend in order to play in the Porter Cup, and Victor Fox failed to make the cut. He shot 157 for 2 rounds. It took 153 or better to make it to Thursday's 2-round final. Just over 40 players qualified for this marathon. Strong winds were there to greet them and made the Donald Ross-designed Bellevue Country Club course play even more difficult. Taking a slim 1-shot lead after 3 rounds was Buffalo's Billy Gaffney. Billy's low morning round of 3 under par 68 included 7 birdies, like this one on the 18th, his 9th hole of round 3. Caddying for him was his dad, John, who won this prestigious event back in 1999.
He's always been proud of me. He's always at all my tournaments, but it feels better having him on the bag because he's got so much experience.
Billy was at 1 over par 214 for the championship. The final pairing, playing 2 groups behind, were at 215, and they were 23-year-old Luke Feehan of Mayapack Country Club and 18-year-old Matthew Lowe of Farmingdale, Long Island. Luke carded 3 birdies in round 3. Here's a long birdie putt that he dropped en route to a 1 over par 72.
This is a tough course, and if you don't stay focused and deliberate over every single shot, you can quickly go wrong and be out of it. So I'm just going to try and keep plugging away and stick to my plan, and hopefully I can be in there come the final few holes.
The recent Boston College graduate was paired and tied with Matthew Lowe, who graduated from high school just over a month ago.
I was just grinding out a lot of 6.5 4-footer for the par, and yesterday was like guns a-blazing in the beginning, and then I fell off towards the end, and yeah, it's just going to be about giving myself opportunities in the afternoon and capitalizing on some.
A look at the leaderboard before the pressure-filled final round. At the bottom of it, tied for 8th and a full 8 shots behind, Bryce Edmister from the Rochester area. Teeing off on number 10 to begin his last round, New York State Golf Association Executive Director Bill Moore, who shot a respectable 73 and finished in a tie for 18th. Billy Gaffney, the soon-to-be junior at Youngstown State in Ohio, was confident as he teed off on the first, but he got off to a tough start and bogeyed the second. Luke Feehan, meanwhile, playing 2 groups behind, took 3 to get down from the fringe on the first. And when Matthew Lowe parred number 1, Gaffney and Lowe now led the tournament at 2 over par with Luke Feehan a shot back. Billy Gaffney was now playing the third, and he was paired with first-round co-leader Gare Carrigan. Watch Gare's tee shot spin back and almost go into the hole on the short par 3. He had already aced the 7th in the first round.
My gosh, could it be in the hole? Oh! What a shot by Gare Carrigan.
Gare shot himself out of contention, however, with a poor 3rd round and finished in a tie for 30th. Luke Feehan got back to 2 over par for the tournament on that same par 3 third with this tee shot to the 120-yard hole.
Good bounce there.
And this putt. Matthew Lowe's tee shot didn't make the green, and he couldn't get up and down, making for a 2-shot swing. Playing 2 groups ahead, Billy Gaffney lost another shot to par on the 4th, when his third out of a bunker left him 12 feet short, and then he missed the putt. All three men now played at even par through the par 4 11th. And as the final group walked down the 12th fairway, Luke Feehan led Matthew Lowe by a shot, and Billy Gaffney by a shot, now playing the 13th. But Billy's hopes for the title were about to collapse. He proceeded to bogey 4 holes in a row to slip to 7 over for the championship. And to add insult to injury, watch his second out of a bunker on the par 3 15th. Initially it looked great, but it led to his third straight bogey.
That's about as good as you can do. What a shot.
There.
That's about as good as you can do from there. And it's still rolling. Wow. Still rolling. Still rolling. That might roll off the green. Oh my gosh. That is about as good as you can do from that spot, and it rolled all the way to the fringe.
Both Feehan and Lowe bogeyed the par 5 12th. Matthew hit a tree with his second, and he had to chip out. Luke hit a poor third shot and couldn't get up and down. Feehan was now 3 over for the championship, and Lowe 4 over. Both Feehan and Lowe parred the par 3 13th. On 14, Matthew dropped another shot to par when faced with a difficult bunker shot. Luke Feehan now held a 2-shot lead over his playing partner, but then he began to falter. The same 15th hole that had Billy Gaffney talking to himself also grabbed Luke. He was in a different bunker, but like Billy, what seemed like a good shot didn't end up that way.
Just off the green uphill.
Matthew made that putt, but Luke bogeyed. And as both men stood in the 16th fairway a shot apart, Matthew's dad realized that he had lost his rangefinder. Luke's dad, Terry Feehan, in a gesture of good sportsmanship, lent him his. And that's one reason that people call golf the gentleman's game. Unfortunately for Luke, he'd drop another shot on number 16. It took Feehan 3 to get down from the fringe, while Matthew Lowe hit a fine bunker shot to save par. And as they stood on the 17th tee, they were 5 over par and tied for the championship. But as the scores of the final group were getting higher, a forgotten young man was waiting. Beginning the 4th round a full 8 shots back and playing 8 groups behind the leaders was 23-year-old Rochester resident Bryce Edmister. His final round 67 in very windy conditions was truly remarkable, and 4 shots better than anyone else's ending 18. He was also at 5 under par. With Bryce in the clubhouse, a 3-way tie for the tournament came down to the final 2 holes for Lowe and Feehan. And it didn't stay tied for long.
Stop. Oh, wow, what a shot. Unbelievable. Hopefully it holds up there. Now Matthew Lowe just graduated from high school. His second shot on the 17th. Looks like it's going to be pretty good. It come up a little bit short. 2 good shots there. Both on the green, putting for birdie.
Got it.
Feehan's clutch birdie on 17 gave him a 1-shot lead over playing partner Lowe and Edmister in the clubhouse. In the clubhouse is just an expression, however. Bryce was part of the gallery on 18, watching the drama unfold. On the final hole, Matthew Lowe hit his tee shot right down the middle, and his second to the front of the green. Luke was in the left rough and faced a difficult shot with tree branches to deal with.
Low hooking shot here. It seems like that's what he's trying to do. Luke Feehan with a 1-stroke lead on the 18th. Comes out low. Oh my gosh, that's way over. Oh, not too bad. Matthew Lowe's on the green. and Luke Feehan went over the green with a low shot out of the rough that had no bite on it. He'll have to pitch on and see what Matthew Lowe does from his position.
Luke Feehan was away. If he could get up and down for par, the tournament was his. He had plenty of green to work with, but his pitch shot was a little strong, leaving him about 8 or 9 feet for par. Matthew Lowe now had a chance. If he could two-putt from about 40 feet, he'd remain at 5 over par with Bryce Edmister in the clubhouse and force Luke Feehan to make his putt to win the tournament. This putt to win the championship for Luke Feehan.
Finishes at 5 over par for the tournament.
Matthew Lowe now needed this 3.5 to 4 footer to make it a 3-way playoff. With Matthew now out of it, a sudden death playoff faced Luke Feehan and Bryce Edmister to begin on the uphill par 4 17th.
I am disappointed, but I played well again. If you see my results from this year, it's just second, third, second, fourth, second, sixth, second. So I just got to keep playing well. So I'll break through this year. I only have 2 events left, but
You knock on the door enough, the door's going to open.
yeah, right. This is the firmest door I've ever knocked on. It's but it should tumble eventually.
All right, my friend, nice tournament.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Both men hit irons off the tee and were in good shape to hit the 17 green. Bryce was the first to play. And now let's let the on-course commentators take it from here.
First playoff hole. Oh, nice shot. As long as it doesn't roll too far down. Wow, look at that backspin. And that's coming way down. Way down. That's going to roll off the green. Luke Feehan just birdied this hole about half an hour ago with a great approach shot, then sank the 8-foot putt. Now let's see what he can do here in sudden death. Oh, and that'll spin back. Let's see how close that gets. Oh, and it'll hold up. Nice shot.
It's not going to get there. He leaves himself about 8 feet short for the win. Just tails off to the right. But now, Bryce has got to make his to continue the match. And he misses. The match is over. And Luke Feehan wins the 92nd New York State Golf Association Men's Amateur in a sudden death playoff on the first hole.
I played great all week.
This has got to be one of the best tournament wins for you, one of your
This is
best.
clearly my biggest win. I'm psyched to have it here. I mean, my whole mom's side of the family grew up a mile away.
Oh,
Never played it until this week, but drove by it for 20 years, and it looked beautiful, and it is one of the most spectacular layouts I've seen.
I actually drove back the night before the practice round from North Carolina because I've never seen the course, so I drove all night and got here late and then played the next day.
Did you carry your bag all 4 rounds?
Yeah.
Good for you, my young man. How old are you, Bryce?
23.
You're so look on you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You came from way back, buddy.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, Bryce.
And so, 23-year-old Luke Feehan wins the 92nd New York State Golf Association Men's Amateur Championship in dramatic fashion, beating Bryce Edmister on the first hole of a sudden death playoff. So long from the Bellevue Country Club in Syracuse, New York.